What up guys, Shadow Lord here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick PvP tips guide. In this guide we'll be covering some movement key helpful tips and some key binding helpful tips as well. First thing I'm going to be covering is movement. Basically the main way you want to move in PvP is instead of keyboard turning, which I can't actually do because I think I can. Okay, so basically what keyboard turning is when someone runs forward and then they turn like this and then they carry on walking forward to go like that. Where you should really in PvP, that isn't really good for PvP, it's a lot slower. Basically what you want to do in PvP is you want to learn how to move like this. Basically how you move like this and like this is by holding W and D and W and A and holding down your right mouse button whilst you do it and moving the mouse so the camera moves as well. One thing that you will have to change in your key binding settings is your movement keys, because by default A and D will be here on turn left and right. I've unbound these so it's now only on the arrow keys. Also I've unbound move backwards because you will actually move 50% faster moving backwards when you can just turn and then run forwards but turn your camera backwards so you can still see what's behind you. Also I think I'd like to point out is these default keys are Q and E. Basically if you want to rebind something you just click on it and then you click unbind, and then if you want to bind something, so say I want to bind this to A, I click this and then hit A on my keyboard and then it binds the key, it binds that to that key. Another thing you want to practice if you're going to get into PvP, let me just go to this rock and then I will show you. Basically you want to practice circle strafing like this. You can do it around a rock, a post, a friend, and basically when you're DPSing the target, what you want to do is you want to do this round your target, so as you're killing it, and that swiftly leads me on to key modifiers and also key bindings. For this I have to be a train dummy, so I just wanted to fly over to a train dummy. So basically when you're attacking something, you are going to basically run around like this. And also when you are trying to line up CC, for example, shockwave, try and line it up so as you come around you try and get more than one target. With your shockwave it will help out your gameplay as a warrior a lot, but those beginning movement tips I'm not going to go into detail about ways to play a warrior because I will do a separate video on why my key bindings are like this and so on. But the main tool I could say I use is a Razor Naga. I will put a link down to the mouse I own and use for gaming, link below. So if you guys want to check that out, please feel free to hit that link below, and it is a worth investment. You can change the settings in snaps. I use mine for editing. It also helps out a lot in PvP because it has 12 buttons on the side of the mouse, but sadly if you are left-handed there is not a left-handed version for this mouse, so you can't actually use the numbers that are on the side. But if you're right-handed then you'll be completely fine. Also I do use that injunction with modifiers and keys on my keyboard, but the keys on my keyboard I have bound around W, A, S and D. So I use Q for my disarm, for example, E is my trinket, C is my Diablo the sword, Z is my fear, X is my cleave, V is my banner, what else we got, R is my leap. You can also change every button on the Naga to be any other button on the keyboard. I also use modifiers, Alt mainly for my spells. I also use Control for my mounts just because then it's easier, so Control 2 is my flying mount and Control 1 for example is my ground mount. I also have some other little buttons that I don't really use, like control. I have my stances and things like that on Alt S, because I have bound. Also my knocking down is on S, normal S, but I don't use S, so I use it for abilities instead, because I never walk backwards. If I'm going to run backwards, I will turn the camera like this and I'll run like that. Anyway guys, this was just a quick PvP tutorial. Remember, if you did enjoy this video guys, or this video helped you out, please hit that like and that favourite, and I would love to hear what you thought of it in the comments below. And if you are not subscribed and do not want to miss daily videos from me, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. There'll be a link in a couple of seconds, and the music that will be behind my voice at this moment will be linked below as well, so please feel free to check that out. It's all copyright free and all that awesome stuff. There's also some other cool links that you might want to check out below. Anyway guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember guys, I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a good day.